It's time for another refreshing break in your day. Soda City Live starts right now. Welcome back to Soda City Live. The Columbia Fireflies will be taking on the Myrtle Beach Pelicans in the first game of the season. And even though we're rooting for our home team, you can also enjoy the game with a team of bird lovers in the company of the Columbia Audubon Society. Joining us today is Executive Director for Audubon SC and VP of the National Audubon Society, Rebecca Haynes, and Columbia Audubon Society Chapter President Brad O'Brien. Thank you both so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
It is such a pleasure to have you. So we're going to be combining two things that we have here locally, birds and fireflies, but also you can see the real ones. So you can see the game, and then you can see the real birds and the real fireflies right here in the Midlands as well. So I want to start by us talking about the Audubon Society, both on the state and local level. So let's talk about that first for our viewers that may not be familiar with the Audubon Society. Rebecca, we can start with you.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm executive director of the state office. So South Carolina's Office of the National Audubon Society. We work across the Western Hemisphere, from Chile to Canada, thinking about the different rest stops and nesting grounds and places that birds need in their migratory pathways. So it's a really exciting time of the year as we enter spring migration. We've already seen the first of our friends in some of our sanctuaries from Latin America. I mean, it's just a fun time of year to be a birder.
Birder. I love it. Whenever you come, we talk about being a birder. I love being a birder.
and then we have great partners like Brad locally.
Yeah. So Brad, let's talk a little bit about what people can do right here in the Midlands, because you're a part of the Columbia chapter. So talk about what that means.
Okay, sure. So I'm in the Columbia chapter, and we do a lot of engagement in Columbia. So we try to do what we can to, get the community engaged in bird watching and appreciating nature in general. And we do that through a lot of bird walks. We try to structure bird walks for people with any abilities, so you don't have to be an expert. Most of us aren't experts. So we try to do what we can to, welcome beginners. And we've recently bought binoculars that we can loan to people, who might not have any experience with bird watching. And we want to make sure they, have the same experiences those of us who have binoculars. And we do things like educational outreach, what we can to get people to appreciate birds in the natural world.
And speaking of the watches, some of those watches take place in some of the sanctuaries in the area, but there's actually a sanctuary here in the Midlands where you can go to go see the warblers, the birds that are here in the area during this time of year, but it's also places where there are fireflies as well. Talk about some of those locations.
Yeah, so like we were just looking at some photos from Bidler Sanctuary. So Bidler is off 26 on your way to Charleston. So it's right in between Columbia and Charleston, and it's owned by National Audubon Society, managed by Audubon South Carolina. Bidler Forest is turning 50 years old this year. Actually, May 11th, we're going to have a big celebration that Saturday in the sanctuary. It's 18,000 acres of pristine habitat. And what's interesting, when I look at our attendance rolls, we don't get that many Columbians at Bidler. We get people from Charleston, we get people from Europe, and we don't get that many folks from the Midlands. So one thing that that we've been talking about as we work with our local partners and our folks across the state, we want to get more Columbians in Bidler. And the fun thing last spring and early summer, we realized we get a lot of cool fireflies. We get synchronous fireflies like we do at Congaree National Park in Bidler Forest Sanctuary as well. And we don't have a lottery to compete. You just have to reserve your spot. And so we're going to be rolling that out over the next month and sharing that with folks. And this was a great opportunity to introduce Columbia Firefly fans to the fireflies at Bidler Sanctuary and get folks out of the city and in the swamp.
I love that. And so another benefit of this event, or the game rather, is an opportunity for you to meet the folks at Audubon, both on the state and on the immediate local level, so that you can ask questions in person and get to know the people that you might be possibly bird watching with as we watch the game. And so this is going to be, you're going to be one of the community events that are going to be the first game on the 9th. So again, a great opportunity. We're going to pull the details up on the screen for you so you can get the details so that you can come out to this amazing game and learn more details about the Audubon Society as well. So this is going to be, the game is going to be at Circuit Park. That the details are right there. It's going to be again Tuesday, April 9th at 7:05 p.m. Maybe get there a little bit early. Might be able to mix and mingle with some of the folks there as well. And if people want more information about the Audubon Society, where can they go?
Brad and I were just talking. You can, of course, visit our websites for, Columbia SC Audubon Society or South Carolina Audubon. You can find both of us online. We also have but probably better social media presence.
Yeah.
So we recommend, we're both on Instagram and Facebook. There's information, there's a Facebook event on the Beidler Forest Facebook page with information. If you buy tickets through Audubon's link, that also helps support our organization.
That's awesome.
So please check us both out online, do some local bird walks with Columbia Audubon, come out and visit Beidler Forest, join us at the baseball game. We will be giving away some family passes and family memberships to Beidler at the game. So it's just a fun way to enjoy baseball, the spring weather, and check out the fireflies and birds we have available in South Carolina.
Awesome. And just to confirm, if they buy the tickets to the game through your website, some of the proceeds benefits the society. That is so cool. So make sure you get your tickets there.
Yes, please.
There. Thank you both so much for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be sure to have these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com, and on Facebook, Soda City Living. Be sure to mark your calendars for April 9th so that you can join these fine folks for this amazing game and fellowship with them. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this, and when we do, we'll tell you about an opportunity for those aspiring actors, singers, and more.